Hello Internet, welcome back to our CK3 series where we're playing as a Norse nation called Agder, and we've been having some problems. Our ally has been largely, very stuttery today. Sorry about that, Internet. Hopefully that's not too bad in the recording. I'm getting some stutters. We've been dealing with Sweden. Honestly, the more I think about it, the more I'm realizing that Sweden is a huge problem for us. They have holdings in England already. They are one of our biggest neighbors. That is like our rival type character. In my mind, is a rival at this point. And they're stretching out into I guess this is Finland, or would be Finland in modern day. No, I mix up Yes, Norway. I always mix up Norway and Finland. I don't know why. It's just in my brain they're reversed. So this would be Finland. In fact, where's the... Yeah, Finland. I think modern day Finland encompasses... Like, isn't there stuff north of here that's owned either by Norway or Finland? Like, pretty far up, I guess. Pretty close to the caps and stuff. I don't really... I'm not super great with geography. Don't hate me. Don't hate me, Internet. But Sweden is becoming a thorn in my side, mostly because they're allied with Opland. So can't really go to war with Sweden without pulling in Opland. And Sweden is stronger than us. We have more men, but they have more vassals and allies and stuff. Allies' military strength. So put together, they have about 2,000 men. And us on our own, we have about 2,000 men. Maybe it is time to press a war with Sweden. I was thinking about this off camera. It's been, like a week since I played, basically. Although these videos have started going up on YouTube. So now, moving forward, we're still going to have a backlog, of course. But hopefully some of your tips and things will help me out. Man, this is very fractured. I really thought someone would have shown up at this point to kind of start unifying this area. I'm surprised. Also, okay. Man, Italy, huh? But anyway... Sweden, I've been thinking about it off camera. I want to go to war with Sweden and take a chunk out of them to weaken who is essentially our strongest neighbor and is creating friction for us because we can't expand into Opland and we can't expand into Sweden. So our only option is to expand into a coastal province or into England or Ireland or whatever. I don't really want to do that. I wanted to unify this whole area and then maybe pick on Britain, maybe like the UK area, Wales, Britain, and Ireland. But I don't know if we're gonna do that. I would really like to go to war with Sweden. 1,600. So what are you at cap though? 1,300 and 600 standing men. So about 2,000 on your own. We only have one alliance, and it's with Jylland, who is not in a great spot. Last I checked, they had lost a lot of their strength. Who are their allies? Just us. So that ally strength is irrelevant because it's talking about us. So we could pull in another, 1,200 men from them if they join the war with us. I think maybe... I feel like we have two options. One, we need to get rid of this alliance by doing some crafty things and murdering some people, which is very unlikely to succeed. I do wish... Here it says predicted agents 0. This does not take into account the people we could possibly bribe and get on our side, which I find frustrating because if we join, let's say we start this scheme, we're immediately going to get really stressed out, and then we're not going to know until we start the scheme. So if we get in the scheme, nobody wants to join, we can't bribe anyone, then we just wasted 42 stress for nothing. And it's a little annoying, and they don't have a lot of vassals. So normally what you would hope for is that they would be a big nation with a lot of vassals so that when you go to plot to kill them, there are a lot of people who want to move up the chain and want that guy dead. Sweden would be a better target, but unfortunately killing the guy in Sweden is not going to dissolve the alliance because it's between these two people. And I'm stuck. Internet. We could just ignore them and expand up here or something and just ignore the fact that they're right next to us. But they're going to come to war with us eventually, and I feel like we need to take a bite out of them now while they're relatively weak. We have a lot of prestige. We could buy another 500 men at arms to get some numbers. We have a lot of gold. How much are mercenaries in this game? 742 soldiers for 300 gold. Click to view details. 1,500 soldiers. That's a lot. 370 for a 3 years contract. So they contract occurs a one-time cost, which is allows them for 3 years. So we would essentially have a standing army of about double our size for a huge gold expense. I think we do that, internet. I'm so tempted to like save scum and like save here and just give it a shot. But I don't want to do that. If I were playing casually, I might do that. But I'm not going to do that on a YouTube series. People would be mad at me. Alternatively, we could try allying some more people. Shaland is strong-ish. And I'm trying to pick people who probably don't like Sweden very much. How do you feel about Sweden? I wish I could tell. I bet you don't like Sweden, though, because they, I believe, have taken some of this land from you. Skane, I think we have an alliance with you already. We don't. I thought we had married someone to Skane. It might have been like a count or something. How strong are you? 600 soldiers. Same about Shaland is a little bit more than that. What is your maximum? I know this is probably boring to watch. You have a maximum of about 1,600. Let's see if we can marry someone to Shaland. We have a lot of daughters. Foreign ruler, honorable empath. No, those are his siblings. He doesn't have children of his own. So we don't have a real way to forge a marriage with him. Because I don't think siblings really count. How about Skane? How do you have kids? Also only children, or only siblings. And there's really no one else in the area. I really don't want to ally with kingdoms over here. How do you feel? Evil Paragon. You're Finnish and you're a different religion than me that I believe we are hostile. Yeah, we're hostile to each other. So you're not going to accept a marriage with me. How about you, Argetal? Also different religion that is hostile to me. On the plus side, if we go to war with Sweden, there's a good chance someone else will declare war on them also. Alright. Okay, let's first let's hire some more men-at-arms so we have a larger regiment. Who do we want? We have a lot of prestige. I think horsemen have a lot of penalties. Yeah. What about bowmen? You're pretty basic. About armored footmen? Huge attack and toughness, but they don't really have terrain bonuses. What are these? Screen? I think pursuit inflicts more casualties when you defeat an army, and screen saves you from casualties when you defeat an army. 250 though, they're going to be 250 per 100 men, so we could only get 300 men out of it. If we do bowmen, we can get 400 men. Just do bowmen. Right now I think it's about numbers. Bump them up, bump them up, bump them up. We don't want to spend like our last little bit of prestige just in case. We don't really want that to be negative. Okay, we're going to let our men replenish. We're also going to hire some mercenaries for this upcoming war. And it's going to be the biggest war that we've participated in. And it's going to be real tricky, I think. Surprised to find my wife skulking in my study. By the look on her face, something is clearly upsetting Ursa. Yet it takes me a while to convince her to share her concerns with me. My beloved. I must confess to you that Alfielder has gravely insulted me. I cannot bear the thought of being close to this coarse woman any longer. Who are you? My wife versus some random courtier who's an atheist. Will act against you and others according to her personality, which is determined. Yeah, I don't care about that. Atheist. Will act against... Well, that's not very informative. So she doesn't like religion. Who are you to me? You're nobody. Oh, you're married to my son. Okay, so this is Yillen's daughter or whoever. Should we go on tomorrow? I will gain prestige. My wife will like me more. She will lose prestige, lose opinion of me, and banished from the realm for smearing her family name. We can't have that. We would like them to come into the war with us. Why do you not tell me everything from the start? 36% chance you discuss it. You'll learn whether she's sincere or she demands I take action. I think I would rather... See, this is why we didn't want to lose all of our prestige. I think we would rather shut our wife down, although, how do you feel about me? You love me a lot, so we can take that hit. The prestige hit is the worst part, frankly. So we'll do that. We didn't take a prestige hit. Why? Oh, she lost prestige. Oh, do you not like me as much anymore? No, we still have you enough to be in the 100. She lost prestige. Well, I don't really care about that at all. Sagan gained military presence for 5 years, more garrisons, and more control growth, which is fine and dandy. We are allied with our son as well. I don't know if that means he will come directly to war with us or not, or if he still will only provide us with a direct raisable levy. But we want our men to recover, and in fact, why don't we set our marshal about doing that? So in Crusader Kings 2, you could see what the current levy was versus its maximum levy. But here it just says a base number. I don't know exactly how close to the max the levy is. This levy is full. This levy is full. You're full, but we don't have control here. You're full. So where are my non-full levies coming from? Probably Headmork. We took that for ourselves, didn't we? 290. What? Where am I not getting levies then? 377 of 378. What is it? You? Are you not? No. All of these areas seem to be at the maximum number of levies, so I don't understand why we're not at max currently. You'll see we only have 2248 of 3468, and about 400 of those will be the men-at-arms not being fully replenished. Levies 1500 of 2500. Yes, so where am I not getting my levies? It would be super important to know, because we can send our counselor, our marshal, to organize levies, which will increase the reinforcement rates. Is it just kingdom-wide? Do you not select a single province? Okay, it is kingdom-wide. So in train commanders, men-at-arms cost. No, we'll switch to that once we go to war. So apparently this is nationwide through all of our provinces. In Crusader Kings 2, you had to put it in a specific county for that to work. Pass some time here, replenish our men. Oh, I'm nervous about the war. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. My lovely daughter has come of age. She is a tough soldier and a forder, so she is someone who would be a good military commander. What about Jamtland? You 780 men. You're my religion and stuff. You're allied to Halagala and up here. Okay. Would you like to... Do you have children? You have a son. Would you like to be in an alliance with me and go to war with Sweden and or Uppland? How do you feel about me, Guy and Gilland? We did go to war together, like multiple times. Unfortunately, we at some point executed his family, which he's not super fond of. We should be working on some schemes. Who are we currently... We're trying to sway the King of Sweden. I don't really care about you. I'm going to murder your whole lineage. What about this guy? Why don't we try to make you like me? Sure. And why don't we start working on a murder here? It will stress us out. How's our stress? We're going to go into a second level of stress, but I want to try and execute one of them. I gotta imagine people are more likely to kill the ruler than his spouse. Like, there are going to be more people who dislike the ruler than the spouse of the ruler. So let us attempt to murder him. 8 years, huh? We're going to switch our council member to support our schemes. And we're going to investigate this scheme and see if we can bribe anyone to join us. 15% chance. We have 5 possible invites. 1, 2... Only 2 members will join, but they both have very high success chances. Are you his wife? Oh, you're his spy master? Can be convinced. Yes, about that. 37 gold, and we will gain more stress. I don't really care. We're going to execute this guy and get him out of that alliance. Maybe instead of going to war with Sweden, we will absorb Uppland instead. It will put us in a better position when we're finally ready to move against Sweden. And that's a huge percentage. That will put us up to 99%. But I'm going to overspend and try to get this thing to fire more quickly. 22 gold. Done. Thanks, everyone. So if we refresh this, it should update to be more potent. So this is the first time we've experienced this particular problem. We have overdone our stress. So stress, we touched on it briefly. It's a new system in CK3. Stress determines how stressed out your character is. There are 3 levels of stress, and each one has more and more bad effects. I really don't like this system. We have gotten this stress because we are an honest man, and I keep doing dishonest things. So, for instance, trying to murder a king. And I understand that the honest trait is important. Obviously, this has a lot of gameplay mechanic things connected to it. It determines our stats. It determines what options are available to us. It determines what events we get, things like that. But I don't feel that I should be outright punished for doing something like plotting to kill someone when that is a very key part of this game. So I feel like I'm being punished for taking advantage of the game's systems, and I really dislike that. So when you get too much stress, there are thresholds. The first threshold is 100, 200, 300 are the thresholds. Once you cross that, you will get an event related to that, and you will have a variety of options. Mostly they will give you negative perks in exchange for stress reduction. So currently our stress level is giving us minus 10% fertility, which means we're less likely to father children. We're also 50, and our wife is getting older, so that's not like super relevant. And we have what, 12 kids, 11 kids? Yeah, so that's not hugely concerning. I must sequester myself to, basically, I'm constantly being distracted by lascivious thoughts and erotic fantasies. With all that, tell me about it, man. That's my day-to-day. With all the hardships of everyday life, it's all too easy to lose myself in daydreams and forget about reality. These desires are clearly interfering with my life, but what should I do about them? And this is because we reached stress level 1. So, sequester ourselves to avoid temptation. We would become reclusive, which is less diplomacy, less stewardship, and we would lose some of our stress. What is my current diplomacy? Our stewardship is quite good, and stewardship directly determines how many holdings you can have, as well as your tax income and things like that. But -1 is not that relevant on a, like the -2 diplomacy is like pointless because we already suck, and stewardship -1 is not that big of an impact. A different outlet will help. We become athletic, which is a +1 to our personal combat ability, which is still going to be 0 because we have the Craven trait. 35 stress loss. We also get a small boost to our health, and we will lose 20% stress. If you are still stressed in 5 years, you may suffer another mental break. Oh, I didn't know that. But this would drop us down below that threshold, and we would stop being stressed. Or I will bite my lip and try to stay focused, which will give us 30 additional stress, and in 5 years we'll have to deal with this again. So athletics seems like all positive to me. So we're going to do that and get our stress reduced, and now we are no longer stress level 1. We are right at the threshold, but there are many events that can fire that will lower our stress. It's just that we haven't really had them. We have a lot of issues. Go away, please. Oh, and we got a jingle. I don't know what the jingle meant. No, stop. You've been overwhelmed by stress. I've gained a stress level. Literally why? Because they joined my scheme, and it doesn't factor in that until after the scheme is joined. I didn't realize that, or I would have... Okay, that's fine. Can imprison criminals. Chieftain Bjorn, no, he's my vassal. And Mayor, no, we already knew about that. Family members can get married. Yes, I know, but I don't have anyone I really want to marry them to. Can declare a lot of wars. Powerful vassal demands a council position. Chieftain Scully Torreson of Rargafur. So my son has come of age, or is now older. He still really likes me despite not being on the council, which is a -40 penalty. What are you good at, son? You're an excellent diplomat. Adar, you are my vassal, so I can't just yeet you. What else are you good at, Adar? Not really anything. See, the thing is, if we yeet this guy, we get a better diplomat, which would be great. But then this guy would be mad at us, and he doesn't love us as much as our son. So he will be pretty angry with us. I think it's better to leave our son off the council until we have succession. And upon our succession, this will no longer be so positive because it'll be him viewing his brother instead of himself, or instead of his father. But yeah, I think now we just killed time. How's our thing looking? 13 months. Apparently 95 is the maximum because we have much more than that. It says invite 3, but there's no one else that would accept. So I don't know why it says 3. I mean, you're close. Bribe is not enough. If we had a thing, like a secret about her, we could make it happen. For now, we're going to pass time again, trying to replenish our men as much as possible to prepare for war. Greetings, my modish liege. I have come to discover a most appalling truth about Chieftain Bjorn. Yes, I already know. I know bad things about him already. Scully will reveal, I loathe bringing this to your attention. I must inform you that this man is keeping secrets of the most alarming kind. Yeah, aren't you the one who is... Are you an adulterer? How do I see your secret? I know. Hooks and secrets. Ivar is the illegitimate. No. Oh, wait. This is about my son? What did my son do? My son will like me more. This guy will not like me. I have come to discover a most appalling truth about Chieftain Bjorn. From Chieftain... So my son... Okay, it's very confusing. My son discovered a secret about my other vassal, Bjorn, who is an adulterer. And my son wants to reveal this. If I tell him I appreciate it, he will tell me the secret. I will get stressed out, and Bjorn will like me less. I would rather Bjorn like me more than my son, because my son already likes me. So, sorry, son. Man, that's confusing. Why would they show me a picture of my son, but not the guy he has a secret on? Gain another perk. What do we got going on? Chains of loyalty. Domestic affairs efficiency. What is this? It's to make our counselor, when we get our counselor to make our lieges like us more. I'm sorry, our vassals. Or less tyranny. Well, I do want to revoke a title from one of my sons. So I feel like, not revoke a title, but disinherit one of my sons. I feel like that's probably tyrannical. Chains of loyalty. Just give me this for now. What does likable do? Increases everyone's opinion of us. That's a really good one. Sweden is at war with someone. Who are you at war with? Truce. Raiding Queen Judith of Italy. No. Raiding Petty King. No, someone is clearly conquering this territory. Who are you at war with? There's a war down here as well. Who is this? Who is taking this province? Okay, I don't know. Are you at war with someone? Okay, I don't know. I don't know who's sieging this. Maybe it's raiders from somewhere. Another daughter has come of age. They grow up so fast. She is an astute intellectual. Well, child, I highly value people who are intelligent, but the learning skill is not super relevant. Do I have a court physician? I believe I do. Otherwise, I would hire one of my daughters. Having served me faithfully as my steward, I entrusted Erker with the ability to travel freely within my court. Now I've learned he has taken advantage and has been indiscreet with my daughter. My daughter is 16, and she only just turned 16. And there's literally, I can't imprison a man for being inappropriate with my underage daughter. Because she literally, we just got a pop-up that she turned 16. So can I not just prosecute this man? He's unmarried, so it's not adultery. So I can't rightfully imprison him. I'm very displeased with this, but unfortunately I can't do anything about it without being tyrannical. And we don't want to be tyrannical because tyranny will cause everyone to like us less. The gardener is about to run out of funding. Why don't we extend that again? Give him a bonus or get rid of him. It's +1 prestige per month. So basically what we're saying is here's 50 gold in exchange for 12 for 5 years, 60. So we're trading 50 gold for 60 prestige. We do maybe want to hire some mercenaries. So I think it will drop us to 1.4 prestige per month. Plus we will go into the negative when we raise our men at arms possibly. But we will have several months worth of prestige available for the men at arms. Go ahead and renew it for now. I think it's fine. Ransom. Would you let him go in return for this offer? Pays 27 gold to me for this guy. What do I get if I ransom him? 27 gold. Because you're broke. Sure. Who are you? You're nobody to me. Sure. 27 gold. I mean, that's recouped some of our prison costs. The very heartlands of Western Christianity are under siege by infidels. Desperate Christian lords have persuaded His Holiness, Pope Nicholas, to declare his intentions of forging a righteous alliance to expel the heathens in the name of St. George. This could be the beginning of unprecedented Christian aggression. Tyr, protect us. Christian faiths now have access to crusades. Oh, I thought it was something specifically. I think that saint is like you can pilgrim to that saint's location. I think it's over here in like the Hispania area. I don't remember, and I didn't really read who it was, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So they can crusade now, but we're not really in danger. They're going to crusade against Muslims primarily. And they're going to fight over, like, important places in this area. Not really going to come to, Norway or anything. So that's unlikely unless somebody really ticks them off. Raiding Italy and stuff on the coast might be a bad idea. Because I imagine the papacy in Italy probably... Actually, I don't know. I don't know if Italy and papacy have any kind of inexorable ties or if it really is just an individual nation type thing. I don't really understand why my men are not replenishing. I have room for 1,100 more men, and they're not being replenished, despite my counselor being set to increase their reinforcement rate. Perhaps if I raise my men, will that increase their reinforce? It did. Why would they have to be raised to be reinforced? Don't understand. We're going to murder this dude. My involvement, it has been discovered my involvement is not yet known. It will make it more difficult to bring my plans to fruition. I'm a little annoyed by this because it said 95% secrecy and 95% success chance, and now it's down to 62. I don't understand why that happened. I guess that's just RNG, but where I'm from, 95% should mean 95%, and I'm very annoyed by that. Another daughter has come of age. She's also an intellectual. Congratulations, child. Welcome to adulthood. It's horrible. Let our men continue reinforcing. Oh my god. Agents had prepared for weeks. Like, and it fired right before this whole plot was going to happen. And I'm really, really annoyed that we got a 75% hit from that. So obnoxious. Rubbed with the poison, the bed of herbs, blah, blah, blah. Yes, kill him, please. 62% chance of killing him. He escaped unharmed. Fucking of course he did. Because of some bullshit RNG roll. I had 95% chance of secrecy. Like, it said 95% chance that it will not be discovered. Did I get a 5% roll, or is the game full of shit? Like, because that really annoys me. Now this alliance is continuing, so it's super annoying. We gained all that stress for nothing. We spent gold for nothing. 95% chance, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever. Get our men reinforcing. Unfortunately, this is costing us much more money because we have our armies raised. Costing us 3-4 gold a month. Another child has come of age. She's a charismatic negotiator. +6 diplomacy. All my daughters are quite impressive. My son's not so much. Especially my heir is not someone I'm super, super thrilled about. Who's your direct heir? Yeah. Who are you married to? The atheist lady that got in an argument with my wife. Great. Great. Did I marry you to this person? I probably did. They have children as well. Let's keep our men reinforcing. Sweden, how are you doing militarily? 1,500. Opland? 1,100. The problem is we would be facing 2 armies at once. I do think we can take them in a fight, especially if our friend here joins. But I am concerned we're not going to be able to do so. Keep reinforcing. Let's just get our men up to as maximum as we can. See, and there's clearly a war going on here. Are you at war with Sweden? Oh, Sweden just... Oh, I thought it fractured there. It did not. Kingdom of Sweden, you're in a war against Opland conquest of Jamtfir. Which I'm assuming, yeah, Jamtland. So Sweden and Opland are at war with Jamtland. Looks like the war is already mostly shaken out because I'm not seeing the casualty changes. But this is a great time for us to go to war. We just want to replenish a little bit more to get our maximum numbers here. 1 more month. Okay. It's January 1st, 895 AD. We're at 32 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to be the episode for now. Thanks for watching. In the next episode, I think we roll the dice and we go to war with Sweden and Opland. Try to take a bite out of Sweden. Probably try to take a full duchy if we're able. And once we have another duchy, we can elevate ourselves to kinghood, which will make succession a little bit less rocky. Because currently we would fracture the realm if we succeed here, if we were to die. So for now, everybody, thanks for watching. Hopefully you had a good time. I'll be back with more Crusader Kings 3, our Norse playthrough in the near future. But for now, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.